The world today and the world tomorrow is not the same environment. Have you guys thought about it? Global warming is not an environmental issue, but a very serious health issue. Think about it. Everybody thinks that global warming is not just a situation, but it's the next evolution. But the last 10,000 years, we have prevailed since the last ice age. It shows that humanity will still prevail again. But to what extent? That is up to our next generation. Have you ever wondered how warm the weather is? Anyone? Ten years ago, when I landed in Xiamen, it was only 26 degrees, 28 degrees. The hottest is only 28. Right now, it's almost 35. It's reaching above and above. As an Asian, we enjoy the leisure of the sun. You know, we like to shower ourselves, playing street soccer, running around, you know, no fear, no fury. Not worried about the sun getting backlash. But unfortunately, some years ago, I got burned pretty badly, both my hands. That is when I realized is that the weather is pretty bad. So think about it. We all got to choose a path. Not just us, but for our next generation. One is progress. Two is work with nature and progress. That's the two generations that we need to decide. This is for all of us to decide. But there's still time. Life hurts. Nature will heal itself. Let me tell you a story of a sleeping town that I come from. It was a sleeping village, right? We had nothing, no irrigation, right? If you look at it, it's a pure bare buildings everywhere. It took us almost 50 years. But our biggest fear is our haze. That was, in other words, is our growth, it depends on us to grow in a society, in short. But we must live a happy and healthy lifestyle. Sustainable living. Sustainable living is revitalizing and regeneration of our urbanism and ecological system. That means is we making of architecture and nature combining together to create a city that is going to help us gather carbon neutral. That means it's zero carbon emission. First, we start with nature. As you can know, Singapore is a tropical country. We conserve, we protect, we restore all our wetlands. Same like in Xiamen, all our wetlands, our forests, and reintegrate into our urban environment. Urban environment means, if we look in our building, we bring nature into our building. In this way, we would have a 50-50 proportion ratio. In other words, is bringing nature into an built environment. And part of nature, we leave it wild. Nature helps us to grow within an environment. As you can know, land is scarce. Like inner Xiamen, we are smaller. We are only about 44 kilometers across, 41 kilometers wide. Our land scarcity is pretty small, but we build vertically in terms of density. We build our building in terms of compact and yet livable. Our proportion-wise is our basement, our underground. We have all our production, our logistics. But our ground floor is meant for our public spaces, nature, irrigation, agriculture. And in terms of spaces, we have slow mobility. Mobility means is that everything is automated. We are all going on a full scale of automation. Small, mobile, for moving around. Everything is nearby, just 15 minutes away, vertically or horizontally. But everything is compact within an environment, so that young and old can reach. Next, our resources. As you can know, the building and the city has to be independent. In terms of we create our own food, we create our own water, we create our own energy, reusable energy. And apart from that, most of our unused spaces, especially the rooftop, the spacious spaces, as in the stairwell. As you can know, my learned friend Belinda was talking to you about, right, rooftop garden. Majority of the unused spaces we created into agriculture, where we grow our farm. We collect our reusable energy. That means is you have a solar panel, right? In between is our farm. That's how you make use of the land. But this land, the piece of area, is adaptable, it's flexible, and is disassembled. Means is that any one time you could break out, you can reorganize the whole space without even getting a contractor coming in doing everything. That is how flexible. That means is foolproof adaptability for the entire building. This is the main source of income, right, that generate an entire city. Last, everybody knows, right? Social economic, public space, human public space. We want people to have less time commuting. That means it's not moving around. Spend more time with the loved ones, with nature. This adaptability helps us to grow. We are talking about going back to basic. When I was a boy in a village, this is what it is. We forget what and who we are. and the lifestyle that we begin, that we create an urban economy, we forget. We only think of progress, but we got to think a way of life. This is a culture that we need to pass on to our next generation. A challenge to all of us and to everyone. A new culture, a new language, a new surrounding for a new way of life. A challenge for everyone to begin with. Right now, just close your eyes. Everybody just close your eyes. Imagine that you're living in an urban economy. When you wake up in the morning, you feel the sense of the fresh air, bird chirping, the sense feel of the mangroves. Then whenever you walk by all the spatial area like the void deck, the corridors, you feel serene and comfy, and you find your neighbors farming, harvesting, right? And you have neighbors communing with our elderly folks, enjoying a way of life. Think about it. This is what we all forget. And this is what we all should go and approach this direction. My question to every one of you: how would you want to see your environment in 10 years' time? Think about it. Thank you. Have a nice day.